Israel versus Palestine Jubilee. I'm feeling up for it. Can Israelis and Palestinians see eye to eye?
Because A, it's not your land. B, you mentioned Jerusalem.
You can't tell me that, please. Don't say that.
One of them just sounds like an American, so we already know what this is. Guy from New York.
When it comes to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, I think I'm mostly emotionally
What's with the
sad.
echo?
I think it's not fair that, a country that is peaceful be in a situation where we have to be threatened.
That's
Being
definitely
an
an
Arab
Israeli.
girl living inside of the Israeli state, it's pretty hard for me to find exactly who I am.
No, it's
We're
not.
Palestinians. We still live under occupation, so we have no power.
I believe that every person, Jew, Christian, Muslim, should be full equal citizens under Israeli sovereignty.
We need
That guy's just like a fucking full-on settler guy.
end this conflict between us because we don't need the other generations to live the life that we live in.
Wow, speeding this up totally fucked up the music.
If we continue to do what we did
Middle
until
ground.
now, it's probably going to stay, and that we need to do something else.
You notice how like every single one of the Israelis is a fucking American? They all have just straight up American accents. That's because they moved there. That's because they're settlers.
My name's Hannah Ziad. I'm 24 years old, and I'm an Arabian YouTuber.
My name is Dorit Sadon. I'm
She's a
25
what YouTuber?
years old, and I'm a Jewish Israeli Zionist.
My name
She's
is
a fucking Australian. She's a fucking Australian.
Years old, and I'm a Jewish Israeli.
My name's Hannah Ziad.
studied public relations and
Right outside of
Liz.
Every one of the Israelis has like a fucking foreign accent. Where's the Aussie again? I want to hear her. She's my favorite.
My name's Hannah Ziad.
Not
I'm
you.
from
Years old, and I'm a Jewish Israeli Zionist.
That's a fucking Australian. That's a fucking Australian. They're all Americans and Australians.
My name is Bara Abdo. I'm from Nablus, 25 years old, studied public relations and communications.
My name is Khaled Zohar. I'm from a small town called Givat Ze'ev, right outside of Jerusalem.
Oh wait, it's on 2x. Okay, this is another American accent.
And I'm 24 years old.
My name is Arab Aramin. I'm 24.
My name is Arab Palestinian. I'm sorry, that's great. That's amazing. Oh, it reminds me of the guy I met in Vietnam whose name was Vietnam. The greatest guy I've ever met in my life. No, his name was not Vietnam. His name was Vietnam. His name was double Vietnam. He was great. I mean, he could have been fucking with me. He could have been fucking with me. It's not like I saw his ID card or anything. But he introduced himself as Vietnam.
Years old, and I'm from Jerusalem.
My name is Ron Bar Shafat. I'm 34 years old, and I work as a deputy director of a think tank that deals with law
A think tank.
and economics.
Oh, an Israeli think tank. We know what that is. All of the fucking Israelis are just Americans or Australians or whatever. Holy shit, this intro is so... Oh, man. When do we get to the part where, like,
Actually
they
very
say
close
dumb shit?
to me. In Israel, we have a Memorial Day, so I have always a dilemma to which grave to go to.
On 16th of
Thought
January
it was more
2007, an Israeli soldier shot and killed my sister Abir. She was 10 years old, from the first school, and I was 13. We were 6 kids in the house. After that, we became 2 sisters and 3 brothers.
All of the people that I know have lost someone to the war in some way. And I think like grief is such a universal emotion. And like I want to hug all of you.
I serve in the IDF.
That grief is caused by you.
I still serve in the Army Reserves, combat.
No
was very
question, no
combat in
trial.
the Second Intifada, and I feel your grief, and I
No, you
understand
don't.
it. But
You
I have to
caused
say
it.
that I never got an order to shoot someone.
You caused it.
The order was only to shoot if someone is a threat to your life or a threat to someone else's lives.
Yeah, isn't every Palestinian a threat to your life, huh? Isn't that how it goes?
I also served in the IDF, and they really do just teach
fucking-
us to defend.
The Australian! I also served in the IDF. I'm dying here. I moved from Australia to join the baby killing force and kill babies, but I did it in self-defense.
ourselves. If we're not defending ourselves,
No, she's not a fucking New Zealander because we haven't heard her say chops yet. They're Australians until they try to pronounce like an I vowel. And if it comes out as a U, then we know they're a New Zealander.
and we do kill someone, we go to jail.
That's not true.
No, you don't!
That's not true.
Israeli soldiers go to jail for killing people?
I can tell you something. The soldier that killed my sister, he didn't spend 1 day in jail.
Neither did my father. Both of them that murdered him did not stay 1 day in jail.
I believe a two-state solution is
No, it's not. It's not possible or desirable. Get out of here. No! Arab! Arab, you have
I think
ruined...
the Palestinians, they will not stop saying that we want a country. So in the end, if we got to the point that we have our state and they have their state, so no problem.
Boo! Boo! The fucking last one that you expect. The last one that you'd expect.
It's going to be better for us to live all of us together, which is no state like Palestinian, no state like Israeli, only together and having peace together. Like there is no walls and there is no checkpoints, which has happened right now.
I'm with you. One state under Israel's sovereignty and everyone's full equal citizen.
One state under Israel's sovereignty. One state under Nazi sovereignty.
All right, okay, but under Israeli sovereignty, because right now why is that a problem?
Why should it be on one? Why should one religion control it? Why
It's
can't
not
the
a
three?
religion, it's a nationality. It's my nationality.
It literally doesn't
So
exist.
If we said
Oh,
one,
It's not his nationality, by the way. In Israel, there's no such thing as an Israeli nationality. Like, because they're so attached to this idea of, like, Israel being a state of the Jewish nationality that, like, on your ID card, like, it says, like, Jewish instead of Israeli. So, no, literally, he's not. You can't. There's no such thing as an Israeli nationality. The Israeli courts have ruled that before. Here, I'll show you. Supreme Court rejects Israeli nationality status. Literally, it does not exist. Allowing citizens to relinquish ethnic or religious identity in the population registry would undermine Israel's Jewishness, ruling says. What an amazing Supreme Court that is their justification.
state with the Palestinian, they control it. You can live under it?
No, because
So
because A, it's not your land. B, you mentioned Jerusalem.
you can tell me that, please. Don't say that.
I'm saying 100%. Palestine used
The American, it's not your land.
to meant.
I can ask you one question?
Yes.
Please answer it. Your grandfather, you know where he is?
Yes.
Where he is?
To give me how many graves do you want me to count?
7 before.
7 before, I know, yes.
Where?
7 before is in Hungary.
In Hungary. 9 before.
Destroyed. In Hungary. In Hungary. It's not your land. By the way, I'm from Hungary. And also New York.
He's in Palestine. Don't tell me it's not your land.
I'm saying it's not your land.
It's our land. And it will still and will be.
Like, how do you determine
Destroyed.
this is our land? And
Well, it's pretty simple, right? You're from New York. He's from Jerusalem. That's a pretty fucking easy determinant here, right?
it's not their land based on what?
History, international law, interest, solidarity.
Yes. How about empathy?
Just base it on empathy. Just feel like positive vibes for your torturers and your killers and your genociders.
I have empathy.
Steal your land.
I'm just not willing to give up on my identity and what I believe is mine.
He believes it's his. That's all that matters. That guy has like the same logic as Adolf Hitler.
Of the other side.
When I say that I'm afraid, what I basically mean is I'm afraid of going into Gaza because I know that if I will go into Gaza, I might get shot, someone might kill me.
Fucking Australian?
I think I hesitated a little bit.
No, I mean, let's be clear here. If you're an Australian, you shouldn't be allowed to go anywhere, not just Gaza. Not just Gaza. You shouldn't be allowed to go anywhere.
Because I don't think I'm afraid of the people on the other side. I think I'm afraid of the gap and sort of I'm almost equally afraid of that side taking all of the responsibility for what is happening or this side taking all of the responsibility for what is happening.
The ultimate centrist. This is aristocracy in real life.
Which is obviously not working.
Well, that's fair enough. I don't believe that all Palestinians are terrorists because that doesn't make sense. But I do believe that who is in charge, they're leading the Palestinians to, hating us and
Why wouldn't they hate you? Why wouldn't they hate you?
in a way that, it is really unfair.
Why is it just like... So that part was like an Israeli talking with an Israeli.
Against
Yeah, they can see eye to eye. They're both Israelis.
against what you said. They're not the Islam, because Islam didn't say killing people or having blood. Don't belong that
But
to
what
the
about
Islam.
the radical Muslims? The
But what about the radical Muslims, says the Australian settler?
radical Muslims that come and do these things, what do you have to say
They're
about
not
them?
part of us. We never
I think a good response is, well, why did you come here from Australia to steal people's land? Why didn't you go back home?
accept them as Muslims because they're teaching hate. And in a way, I accepted what you just said about there's a big problem with our governments. They don't know how to talk to each other. And in my idea, I really think the people are the ones that should be talking to each other.
I agree, and I have to say I also don't think there's an issue with Muslims, but I disagree with you about the fact that it's about land. There are several peace talks. They were offered 97% of the land. 98 would have done it. I disagree.
But after deciding with the land,
98%. When they say that, they mean of the Palestinian land. We had peace talks. We offered you peace on our terms. We offered you a surrender where we didn't give you back like anything that we've stolen from you. You didn't accept it. It's all your fault.
they came and they built more settlements.
What's wrong with Jews living in Judea?
That's not the problem.
Oh my God. What's wrong with Germans living in the Volksreich? Come on.
The problem is that we actually talked about this land being for these people, and in the end, when we see Israelis coming in and actually building houses, that's showing us you guys don't want peace.
I trust
Dude.
my sources of information on the conflict.
The conflict. This is really stupid. This is like the most watched part, so let's see what it is.
Not to kill.
Never was in the idea of this conflict until my father passed away, and then I had to think for myself.
In this conflict.
So in my way, I've always known what I am in this conflict. I always knew I wanted to fight for peace. That's all I knew, and that's all I will ever know. I never was in the idea of this conflict until my father passed away, and then I had to think for myself.
I always was asking my father why I was born. And his answer, not to kill, to live, to be in life. And when my sister, she got killed, I went back to him to tell him. He told me I was born to live, not to kill. But my sister, she was born to die. The Palestinians, they didn't kill 6 million Israelis. And the Israelis still, they didn't kill 6 million Palestinians. There is a Germanian embassy in Tel Aviv, and there is a Israeli embassy in Germania. So
Germania. He's using Roman terminology here. My man's a true Palestinian. He comes back from fucking 0 BC.
it's a big hope. It always gives me a hope when I'm looking at this and thinking a little bit about this.
I gotta say, I think it's nice slogans. I don't think that's the case. Israel has a peace treaty with Egypt because Egypt was willing to have peace with Israel. Israel has a peace treaty with Jordan because the Jordanians were willing to have a peace.
Wow, I can't believe the countries that like haven't had their land stolen are more willing to make peace than the people who are currently actively being colonized by settler colonial invaders from America like you. Can you believe that, guys?
With Israel.
Also from one
I moved here from New York. It's mine.
to one, it's different. How the way you're thinking
I
about
agree,
it.
which is exactly why I don't believe in a peace between the two sides, because in my understanding of reality, the whole concept of Palestinian nationality.
Because you don't accept Palestinians.
I accept
Because in my concept of reality, appealing to your own personal concept of reality, he has to be fucking with me. In my concept of reality, what an amazing argument. What an incredible fucking argument. In my concept of reality, I'm objectively correct. Destroyed. In my concept of reality, you don't exist. Wrecked.
human beings. I'm saying that the whole concept of Palestinian nationality is one goal, and that is the annihilation of Israel. When
Good.
Jordan took over.
As it should be. No Israel. No Israel. Get rid of Israel. No one needs an Israel. Israel shouldn't exist. Perfect. Nothing wrong with that at all.
Samaria, when Egypt took over Gaza, no one asked for a Palestinian.
But you're combining
nationality.
everyone into one ideology, which is not right.
Why? What do you mean?
You're
Nah, this girl doesn't fucking know what she's talking
saying
about.
because they're saying that they're Palestinian, this is what they want, which is not true.
It should be. I hope you want that.
I take it back. The Palestinian government, the Palestinian authority.
I take it back. Wow, like just appealing to like the fucking dumbest liberalism imaginable. He just immediately backtracks.
There.
Okay, I'm not saying that the
understand.
Palestinian people. I agree. It's different. I'm going to say okay, but I don't refer to the Arabs of Judea and Samaria as Palestinians. I refer to them as Arabs of Judea and Samaria.
Samaria.
If we're gonna live
Judea and Samaria.
long age or long years, we're gonna see. We're gonna see each other.
Great.
Please, I hope not.
And
welcome.
we're
Welcome to come live with us.
we're gonna have it.
Palestinians, you can have it.
No, I'm talking about peace. We're gonna have it here.
I would like to sit down and share a meal with everyone here.
Yes, please.
I fucking hate this. No, I can't watch that anymore. That's disgusting. Now let's do like 1944 Jubilee. Jews and Germans sit down to see if they can reach a middle ground. Fucking so gross, man. Can't stand that. Jesus Christ. But I want to share a meal with everyone here. Hell yeah, woohoo! I love centrism. We're all the same, aren't we? There's no oppressors and oppressed in this relationship. What a fucking joke. Wait. What in the holy fuck am I looking at here? Sex workers versus virgins. That's not even a conflict. What the fuck are you talking about? Sex workers versus virgins? Can they see eye to eye? Yes! What the fuck are you talking about? That was painful. That hurt a lot, honestly. That was not good for my mental health.